This is What Amit's watching, and I'm Amit, and talking to today about the Entertainment Weekly news. So, stuff that happened this week. CBS is back doing what CBS does, meaning rebooting every program that ever existed and making it worse than before. Although, for whatever reason, again, CBS is the most watched network or the most popular network or whatever, which I never understand because all the stuff that's on CBS is horrible. So now they did it with MacGyver, and I cannot bring myself to watch even an episode. I watched like a portion of an episode and it was horrible. So now they're trying to reboot Magnum PI. And so the same dude who did Hawaii Five-0 reboot for CBS is now doing the Magnum PI reboot, which, I mean, just sounds beyond horrible. So that's coming from CBS, and more mediocrity there. So on to some Netflix news. So Netflix has announced a couple things. One, Big Mouth, the show I told you about I think a couple weeks ago, which is the animated show from Nick Kroll. So that's coming back to season 2. And the show is really funny. You haven't seen it yet. It's just irreverent and awesome and raunchy animated comedy. So that's coming back for season 2, which is pretty cool. And in other Netflix news, they actually announced that Vincent D'Onofrio, who played Kingpin in the first Daredevil, will come back for Daredevil season 3. He wasn't in at all for season 2. So that's actually cool because his character is pretty awesome in that. In Marvel news, so Marvel has a couple things going on. One is they're working on a Venom movie, and Tom Hardy is actually going to be in this one, and Tom Hardy is playing Venom via motion capture. So it's going to be a bunch of CGI, hopefully done well, but that's what's coming from there. They're actually working on it now. I know they're in pre-pro right now, so hopefully that, I think it's coming out in I want to say 2019, but in any event, Tom Hardy playing Venom via motion capture, and I'm a Tom Hardy fan, so hopefully that'll be pretty cool. And secondary, James Mangold, who was the dude who directed the latest Wolverine film, actually a couple Wolverine films. So he's now working on the spin-off of the Wolverine. So the last one he did was Logan, and Logan introduced X-23, which was the little girl who had X-Men type, not X-Men, Wolverine characteristics as well. So now they're working on an X-23 film that James Mangold is doing as well. So I hope for good things, because Logan was pretty awesome. In other TV, or in other film news actually, Geostorm, which was the horrible Gerard Butler film that came out last week, which I think I told you was horrible from before. Anyway, it's horrible enough where the studio is about to lose $100+ million on this film, because it's that bad, because nobody saw it, and it cost a lot of money, and it looked bad. I don't even know who greenlit it or why they greenlit it, but they tried to do it, and it came out with nothing positive for them, so that's bad news for them all around. And finally, in other film news, Morgan Creek Productions, which was a production company that's been around for a while, they are rebranding themselves as Morgan Creek Entertainment Group. And with that rebrand, they're now going to start making more reboots, obviously, because that's what everybody's doing. And what they're trying to reboot, or I don't even know why, is a little film called Ace Ventura. So they're trying to make a new Ace Ventura, and I'm sad to hear that news, period. That just sounds like a bad idea. So on to movie trailers that came out this week. 2 big trailers that came out the first was for Bright, which was Will Smith's film on Netflix, which comes out on the 22nd, I believe, of December. And it's Will Smith in some different kind of world. It's present day-ish, but it's a weird world in which his partner, he's a cop, and his partner's an orc, and they're fighting. There's a fantasy aspect to it, and he's got swords, but yet he's got guns. It's a weird kind of thing. It looks pretty damn stupid. I will probably watch it because it's on Netflix anyway, and I pay for it, so might as well. But it looks pretty bad. So there's that. And the other film that's coming out, it's a film called Den of Thieves, which is Gerard Butler. So he made Geostorm, which sucked. His only good film that I can recall was 300. And now he's trying for, in essence, what looks like he's playing a cop in LA, tracking down a group of thieves. O'Shea Jackson is in it. O'Shea Jackson Jr., so Ice Cube's kid, 50 Cent, and they're part of this group where they are robbing all the places that you shouldn't rob or can't rob, and the only cop who can bring them down is Gerard Butler. So it looks like it's like Heat light. So we'll see how that plays out. But that's coming out in January. in movies that are coming out this week, so there's a couple films coming out this week. Thor comes out. I'm gonna get a screening to it on Tuesdays. I'm pretty excited about that, and it's supposed to be awesome and comedic and enjoyable. So I'm expecting nothing but good things from that film. That is Last Flag Flying. Last Flag Flying is Steve Carell. It's Lawrence Fishburne, and it's a military film where Steve Carell is, I guess his son has passed away in the war, and now he is traveling. I don't know the overall premise, but it's supposed to be a heartwarming, solid film. I got a screening. I will see it on Thursday, so I'm hoping for good things. It's trending really, really well, and Steve Carell is getting great reviews for his performance. So that comes out. Bad Moms Christmas. I never saw the first Bad Moms one, which is Mia Kunis and Kristen Bell. People like the first one enough, I guess, where they made a second one. So that's coming out. LBJ, where Woody Harrelson plays LBJ. It's getting good reviews. I haven't seen it yet, but that comes out as well. And finally, a movie called Roman J. Israel, which is Denzel Washington's film. And he plays a lawyer. And that was actually done by some people I know at Braun Studios, and I'm hoping for good things. I think it played at TIFF and a couple of the festivals, and now it's getting its release. And I'm curious, it's not trending overly well on Rotten Tomatoes, but I still want to check it out and see what's going on there and support the people at Braun Studios. And on the Netflix side, on Friday the 27th, which was last Friday just passed, Stranger Things Part 2 came out. I'm 4 episodes in already. I'm probably going to get through probably the majority, if not all of it today. So far, so good. I didn't know how they're going to continue the story, but they did pretty well so far, and I'm intrigued to finish it up. So that looks pretty awesome. So finally, now we move on to the films that I saw, or the shows that I saw this week. As I mentioned, Stranger Things 2 I'm in the middle of, so I can't comment on that just yet, beyond the fact that it looks pretty cool. And if you haven't seen it, you definitely got to check it out, but I'll give it a review later on the next one. I saw a movie that came out a while ago called The Wall, which was done by Doug Liman. And Doug Liman's a dude who just did American Made with Tom Cruise. He also did Edge of Tomorrow, which was really, really awesome. And I enjoyed American Made as well. So Doug Liman did a film called The Wall, which was John Cena and Aaron, I forget his last name. He was one of the twins in the Marvel films that died. So the girl kept going, he died, and he had a Russian accent or whatever. Anyway, irrelevant. What's interesting about this film, it's two guys who are in, I believe, yeah, they're in Iraq. They're caught in the middle of wide open desert space. John Cena goes to check out what apparently, they were sitting there for a while. They went to check out something that went wrong. There's a sniper in the midst, and he gets sniped. And his partner Aaron runs and tries to save him, and he's stuck behind a wall. There's a sniper on the other side of the wall, and the whole movie takes place with Aaron talking to the sniper via a two-way radio, and they're having this conversation about why he's there for the war, what they do in the past, what their real lives are or would have been had the war not happened. But you never see the sniper, you just hear him, and it's a really tense hour-and-a-half solid film. I recommend it. It was cool. Like I said, it's out there. I saw it on Amazon, so it's there for you Amazon Prime members. It's free. It's worth checking out. The Wall. 4 abs, really entertaining and simplistic in the sense that it didn't have big sets or anything like that, but good. Doug Liman did a good job of that one personally. And I saw 47 Meters Down, which was 47 Meters Down was the one where 2 young ladies go cage diving in Mexico, and the cage breaks off to see sharks. The cage breaks off the boat, and they fall 47 meters down. And how do they get out of the situation? It's a cool shark film. It was funny. It was entertaining. It wasn't supposed to be funny, but it was at some points, and it was cool. I enjoyed it. It was fun. You're watching for a shark film. You're not watching for an Oscar-nominated film. So watching for what it was, fun. 3.5 abs, worth checking out. You got time. 47 Meters Down. I believe they're making another one. They're making another one, and I think it's called 48 Meters. Either way, entertaining and fun. Check it out. 47 Meters Down. And I think I already said it was 3.5 abs. And that's it. That's what Amit's watching. Check you guys next week. Have a good one.